Hello and welcome to my review of LEGO set number 71790, Imperium Dragon Hunter Hound from the first wave of Ninjago Dragons Rising sets. Season 1 Part 2 coming October 12th. Very excited. But with that out of the way, let's get into this review. Now, getting into these figures, there is a very interesting mistake in the instructions where it says that Jay is in bag 1 and Lloyd's in bag 2, and that's actually the other way around. But you guys probably already know about that. But regardless, this Lloyd is not exclusive. Actually, none of these are, but this is easily the most common figure in this set. He comes in a bunch of the sets this way, understandably so, because he is one of the main characters. I love his new color scheme. Like, they brought in this bright green color for him rather than using the regular green, which is actually nowhere to be found in this figure. He uses dark green instead. And he has like a spring green on his belt, which is pretty cool. And then, if you haven't seen these masks before, they are in 2 pieces. And, as is the tradition these days, apparently, not the tradition, but like the norm, they have, he has like some breathing holes in the top of his head, so if you swallow it, you can still breathe. It's a bit tough to get out. I'm destroying the figure. There. He has that face underneath, as well as this face on the back. That looks pretty cool. I do prefer the look without the mask, because that's just a little bit more show accurate. He has space to hold 2 golden katanas, but if you remove those, you can get a better look at the back, which if I take his head off again, sorry, he has this really cool dragon on the back. That's cool. Yeah, very common, but also very good figure, so that's great. Just gotta put him back together, and then we can get on to Jay. Man, that was like the worst review I've ever done on a LEGO minifigure before. This next figure is Jay. He is less common, actually, only appearing in 2 sets this wave. This is the cheapest way to get him, and then he also comes in the Elemental Dragon set. I think he is, yeah, the rarest figure in this set, like the least common, while Lloyd's the most common. I do really like seeing these pieces in blue, probably because they're newer to me. He also has some air holes in his head. And removing his head. There we go. They're hard to get out, but he's got this really neat mask. He has one of my favorite masks. Yeah, I like the smile, very Jay-esque. And then he's got this really interesting face that is pretty useful. Matches Jay from the show when he's like fighting and stuff. That's a very good, authentic Jay face. That's great. Really cool elements of his core outfit in here. He has the banana, like, cool yellow color that he used in his core suit. That's really cool. I think that's like the only suit that actually really draws that much from his core figure, but he also has that dragon head with some lightning bolts around it. That looks really cool. Lloyd, Jay, and Kai are kind of done the same style, while Mia, Cole, and Zane are done in a different style, which is rather interesting, and I kind of like that. It's pretty cool. And then here is the one and only villain figure in this set. He has this really neat use of this really cool sword piece introduced this wave. I hope we get some more colors for this. This is awesome. But they actually use the pole attachment at the bottom where you can attach a pole, and then he makes a giant spear with that. That's a little bit long, but oh man, that's pretty cool. Or maybe it's like a halberd. I don't know. This is a Imperium Claw General, which for some reason the generals are more common than the actual troops. He comes in like 3 sets while the troops come in 2. That's really weird. That should be the other way around. New helmet piece for this wave in black. I previously reviewed one of the regular troops that has it in gold. And he has the same face print, which interestingly enough, even though this is a new face print, it's printed on like the existing golden head. That's really weird. The gold looks a little bit weird. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but that doesn't really look like the pearl gold color. And he has this great armor piece, and then underneath Like, the amount of detail they put into these guys is just insane. There we go. Yeah, not as much to say about him, because I am more interested in this wave than the villains, but the villains are very, very detailed. I love that. Kind of looks like a bug. Just a sec, I'm going to get rid of these out of the way, as cool as they are, so we can just focus on the one and only build in this set, the thing you're paying for. If you can't tell, I am sick. You can tell by the sound of my voice, it does not sound very good. I feel a lot better than I did a couple days ago, but you can still kind of tell on my voice. Right here is the what I like to call the wolf, like the hound or whatever. In this show, this is called a photac, but I don't really like the show's portrayal of this creature. I like to think of it as an actual creature rather than a hologram. But this is pretty cool. It's simple, but that's what you should expect from a $20 set. And it's kind of unique. We don't really get like giant buildable wolves very often, so like if we get some more like stuff like this in the future, that'd be awesome. He's pretty expressive. You can have his head move. It does look a little bit goofy, but it's okay. I kind of like it closed mostly. Like if you close it like that, that's fine. But I really like this. Like, I don't think this was intentional at all, but it kind of looks like a snarl pulled back like that. But when his mouth is open, it looks really weird. But that's a new piece that's actually printed for the eyes. That looks really, really neat. And you can move the ears around a little bit, kind of making him look more dog-like and like more alert. Like he's sniffing around. Really cool. There is some interesting differences in the gold color. I don't really like to see that. This looks more tan. This looks more gold. This is what I expect. This is what I want to see. This does not. I notice it's not showing up as well on camera as it does in real life, but it's just something that bothers me. But regardless, the shape they made is really cool. They used these armor pieces from Crystallized to get this shape, and that looks awesome. And you come up here, there's another armored spot of these two rock pieces that are being used as fur, which is a very good use of that part. And there's this giant, like, it's not big, it's only 2 steps wide, but it looks really big when it's just orange. Like, it's in your face, it's orange. Yeah, my mother really likes to call that insert dude here, which is, yes, that is the point of this set. Not really a fan of how it attaches with 4 studs. I mean, it holds on really well, but not a big fan. Coming up to the leg here, you can see just the detail on that. Nice use of the SCCBS armor, as well as actually that uses an SCCBS arm for the front leg. That's really neat. They don't use it for animals too often. I wish they would, because that's literally what it's called, character and creature building system. The feet are all exactly the same. Well, not exactly the same, but like they're mostly the same. They have 3 claws in them. That looks good, but the way that they're attached doesn't really look good to me. I don't like seeing the weird tag ends of the bar, but oh well, it's fine. I do like how they're all straightforward, but it's on a ball joint, so it's got a good range of motion. Both that and this leg here. It can go out somewhat, but it's restricted by the armor. Same for the end, but it can go forward and back quite a lot. So you can pose the front legs, same for both, of course. But the back legs, they're on ratchet joints. This was a similar issue with Cole's Earth Dragon earlier this year. Like, why are they doing this? That doesn't make sense. I do like the shape that they did there. Like, that is really cool. Very, very, like, 4-legged mammal-esque. I like the red rock piece here being used as a red fur. There is like a continuous red stripe going on this thing. So starting on the head, there's that red stripe. Then it goes through here, down into the sticker, and onto the tail. That's awesome. I don't really like the weird scaling of this thing. Like, it's big and bulky up front, smaller at the back, but like really thin in the middle. Like, beyond these 2 spikes, you're looking right there, that is 1 stud wide. And then it comes out to 2 studs wide, and then 4. Whereas it's like 6 over here. Like, I don't know. I don't understand the proportions of this thing. And why is it spiky like that? Like, I get it's probably armor, but like, I don't really like how thin that is. Regardless, it is cool to get this stickered banner. I wish it was printed because it could be more used in more sets, but oh well. Also, tail is on a ball joint, so you can get a really big range of motion with that. And I do really like that sticker. But I think that's it. Aside from the head, you can remove the head. You can decapitate the wolf and recreate the thing they found in Russia a couple of years back. The frozen wolf head. If you guys don't know about that, that's interesting. You can look it up. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this. I don't have the box for this anymore, but you can see the really just terrible render on the front. It's really do what Lego Dreams is doing, but in the back here you have some ads for the other sets. I have all 3 spinners, I have the car, and I have the mech bike that for some reason I have not reviewed yet. I don't know what's going on there. I want to get that because that wildfire figure is awesome. But yeah, that's it. I paid $20 US for this to $0. Actually, no, $19.99, but that's literally not that different. But I think that's a fine price for this. Like in the past, this definitely would have been $15, but I don't really care. I think it's an okay price for a Ninjago set. It does have 3 minifigures in it, which is kind of unheard of these days for a $20 set to have 3 minifigures in it. So yeah, that's a good set. I think this is great. I would like to get more of them because there are more in the show. I kind of wish that these ninjas were in it, but like if I wanted to get more, I'd get a bunch of Jays and Lloyds, which they're good figures. I like to have them. I just don't really want duplicates of them. I really want more of these wolves. So maybe we'll get some more if they continue the Photax thing. We could get some more Photax animals. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. So feel free to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Jim. I have a few more Lego reviews to get done, so stay tuned for those. I know I'm trying to get them done before the month of September ends, and I will try my best. I might not get them all done. That's just me. But I want to hear your thoughts on this set down below in the comments, though I am not going to force you to do that because you live your life and I do not control it. So yeah, I would recommend this set. And I have nothing more to say, so adios.